Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule and teach well, and all the Akim out there laboring, the sincere Akim laboring on the highways and byways, pushing out truth, being diligent and sincere. Also the brothers online and on social media, trying to stay in the right spirit, trying to push out righteousness, to wake up the elect of our people and give warning to our people, which are the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the speckled birds. And if you fit the curses of Deuteronomy 28, you're more than likely an Israelite, We're coming into a time where we need to be seeking out truth. So brothers and sisters that understand this truth, we need to be pushing out this truth as much as possible, because we at that latter end. Obviously it's down to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai who's going to give the increase or decrease. But nevertheless, we have a job to do, and that's what we can continue to do. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing. And this is just going to be a quick hit, just to say there's no other power. Our power is nothing to mess with or play around with. Our power is a righteous power. Our power is the most high power. There's nothing above this power. He is the creator of all things, and he will help and increase the brothers and sisters that diligently seek him, for that chance of salvation, to be guided through these tough times to come. So yeah, this is going to be a quick hit, but I'm just going to get a few precepts very quickly. This is Isaiah 45:24. It says, surely shall one say, in Yahweh have I righteousness and strength. So this is where our righteousness and strength comes from. We're not self-righteous. We don't get righteousness from a man, Of course, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai uses brothers and sisters as a mouthpiece, as it speaks of in the book of Peter, I believe, where it says holy men were moved as the Most High used them, roughly paraphrasing, as a mouthpiece, So all righteousness and strength comes from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, which means he is or he exists, in the name of Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, which means he saves or he delivers. So these are the names that us as Israelites need to call upon and give thanks to. And when we're praying, these are the names that we must use. So it says, surely shall one say, Yahweh have I righteousness and strength. And what's going to give us our strength is wisdom and knowledge from the Most High. But we need to fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai first. In Psalms 111 and verse 10, it says, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. So we need to fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. How do we do that? By, number one, having faith that he is, and he is the rewarder of those that diligently seek him. And also, to fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we need to do what he says. Keep what he has told us to do, which is the commandments, the law, statutes, and commandments, the lessons. These are life lessons that he's given to us to walk uprightly. Also, Isaiah 33:6 says, wisdom and knowledge shall be our stability. So what that will give us, being stable is strength. Being stable and having a sound mind comes from the wisdom of the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, which he uses men to do. But we don't put our trust into men, rather Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the Most High power. So it says, surely shall one say, in Yahweh I have righteousness and strength, even to him shall men come, and all that are incensed against him shall be ashamed. So you can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. And in these latter times, you're going to realize that, you forsaking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, shame will come upon you. Right now it feels, you're in a good state right now. Right now you'll feel like you're at a good state. And Salakia, I had to cut it into two again, because every time I try to do something, a spirit comes, tries to interrupt the word. you know. And this is what this people need to realize, that this is very spiritual what we're doing right now. You know, almost every time when I try to do something to serve the Lord, someone tries to come and stop the word. And it's not through them, but it's through the spirits that dwell in them. So I say, yeah, you're a good case right now where victuals are cheap, you know, your food's cheap, you know, you're getting around freely, but a time will come where if you're not serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're going to realize how hard it's going to be for you, because you didn't seek Yahweh Hashem Yahushua where he may be found. You know, and that's what it says, and all they that are incensed against him shall be ashamed. In the Lord Yahweh shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. You know, we all are gonna be in that kingdom. You know, but you know, brothers that forsake Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're gonna have to go through a process. You're gonna have to go through that lake of fire if you didn't want to serve him. You know, your Haratas aren't part of that number that doesn't have to go through that. A lot of brothers that are even serving him, you know, will die martyrs in this truth and die for, you know, for standing stiffly and boldly, you know, and be persecuted for righteousness' sake. But a lot of brothers that are not doing it for righteous sake, and, you know, they have to go through that lake to be purified, you know, to come out the other end pure. This is Isaiah 46 and verse 3. It says, "Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob." So it's always, it's very possessive, this book, where it's always talking about Israelites. It says, "Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel." You know, this is why he said he's not going to destroy all of us. You know, there's a remnant that always, you know, every time these calamities come and we go into captivity, or when a big destruction is coming, you know, he always warns a certain amount of brothers or sisters, you know, and that is what the remnant is, you know, the ones that truly believe in the names of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and have faith. It says, "Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel." So there's going to be a remnant that are going to hearken unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. So we all come from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's like, you know, brothers and sisters don't get it. It's almost like forsaking your earthly parents and running away and then getting up to all types of mischief. That's what we spiritually done. We departed from our power and run into all these other powers, you know, that are unprofitable to us. It says, "Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb, and even to your old age I am he." You know, he's never, you know, if you're searching him, he's never without us. You know, we're never without him, shall I say. You know, he's always watching and taking notes and seeing how we progress or, you know, increase or decrease, you know, even though it's him that does it. This is the Most High movie, you know. You know, he gives us a two-way, and, you know, he wants to see which way you're going to take, man. And a lot of our brothers and sisters take the left-hand side rather than the right-hand side. They take the left road instead of the right road. It says, "And even to your old age I am he, and even to the hoar hairs will I carry you. I have made, and I will bear, even I will carry, and I will deliver you." So if we're looking for deliverance out of this place, it's only going to lead down to our Most High Power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And this is why we need to have faith and stay strong in the faith and never waver. You know, never go off and start trying to serve other powers, which are vanity. It says, "To whom will ye liken me, and make me equal, and compare me, that we may be like?" We can't compare this power to any other power, okay? You know, this is the power that we need to seek, you know, the creator of all things. You know, brothers and sisters deal with spirits. We just need to understand, what spirit are you serving, man? There's spirits out here, man. What does it say? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. You know, these are all these other spirits and energies that come upon you that make you think that you're doing good, you know, but you're actually not. You're going down that left-hand side. You're not taking that narrow path according to Matthew 7:13 and 14. You're actually in that broad way, you know, where everyone else is trying to seek things, you know, but it's not the right way. You know, we need to go on that the straight gate, the straight and narrow. It says, "To whom ye be likened me, no one, and make me equal," man. Most High's not equal to anyone. you know. We can never search out the understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We understand we are gods, which just goes into the word power, but we're dealing with the Most High power, man, the creator of all things. It says, and compare me that ye may be alike, man. Nothing like this, man. There's nothing like this. You know, this is why we need to seek him, man, and not these false idols and these things that are not going to carry you through. You know, it says they lavish gold out of the bag and weigh silver in the balance and hire a goldsmith, and he maketh it a power, a god. They fall down, yea, they worship, man. And this is what we see our people are doing, worshiping wood and stone, you know, worshipping all these other things, you know, that is not, it's unprofitable to us as the children of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, you know, speckled birds, you know, anyone who fits the curses. It says, yea, they worship, they bear him upon the shoulder, they carry him, and set him in his place, and he standeth, for his place shall he not remove, yea, one shall carry unto him, yet can he not answer, nor save him out of the trouble. And these are the idols that we follow. You know, you have to carry around your idols. You know, you see people walking with a cross, or the wooden cross. You know, it says, you know, not to have no idols before Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, they worship in all these other molten gods, and, you know, you have to carry it and set it and make sure. And they can't move by themselves. Like it says they bear him upon their shoulder, they carry him and set him in his place, and he standeth. You know, we're the ones who got set, man, where it's the Most High that pulls the strings from us. You know, the Most High, we don't have to carry the Most High around. You know, he is the leader, and he is the, you know, he's everything, man. He is. You know, it goes into his name, you know, he is. You know, there's none else. But all these false idols, this vanity that we're chasing after, man, is going to be unprofitable, and it's only going to lead to death. It says, remember this, and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors, man. Remember the Most High, man. Remember why you're here. Remember how you got here. Remember the reasons, you know. This is Isaiah 46:9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am your power, for I am God, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. There is nothing like him, man, like we read. It says, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, you know, before we was here in this flesh, you know, these things, you know, the Most High was before we was ordained to be where we're at right now. I was ordained to make this video right now. Brothers can't fathom that, you know. They think they are of themselves, you know. They think they are pulling all the strings and doing these actions by themselves. Where actually, you know, we're being guided by spirits, by powers, you know, rather than be guided by these idols and these false powers and these principalities, these wicked spirits, you know, we need to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, declaring the end from the beginning, you know, and from ancient times of things that were not yet done. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushai knows what's going to happen, knew what was going to happen. It's all set out for him. It's all mapped out. You know, and this is why there's prophets right now that are trying to, you know, move in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you know, even though we are not equal unto him, you know, have the Ruach HaKodesh put on us so we can prophesy to our brothers and sisters to give them warning of things that are, you know, to come, you know, before they come, because it's written for us to understand. It says, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. The Most High will do what he pleases, and it all his pleasure. And that's written in the book of Psalms 115 and verse 3. You know, he does whatever he wants, you know. He is the power. This is his earth. These are his vessels, you know. He does what he pleases, okay? It says, calling a ravenous bird from the east, and a man that executeth my counsel from a far country. Yea, I have spoken, I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it, and I will do it. It says, hearken unto me, you stout-hearted, and are far from righteousness, man. You know, you got a stiff neck, you know, you got a heart, you know, your stony heart, you know, where you feel like you don't need to have no one above you. You don't want no one above you. You don't want to be told what to do. And we find it hard because we are being oppressed right now by our oppressors. But the Most High is the one who's ordained this ultimately. But we're being oppressed by our oppressors, and we don't like being told what to do. And this is why the Most High calls us a stiff-necked people, because even when it comes to serving Yahweh Shem Shai, we still don't want to hearken unto him and listen to what he wants us to do. It says, I bring near my righteousness, it shall not be far off, and my salvation shall not tarry, and I will place salvation in Zion for Israel, my glory. You know, we're meant to be glorious unto Yahweh Shem Shai, but right now, you know, most of our people want to do their own thing, man, which is it's going to be a pitiful case at the end of it, according to 2 Ezra 9 and 7. This is Baruch. This is Baruch. Yeah, this ain't going to be long. You know, I got to go to the plantation. But, you know, this is in my spirit to just get these few precepts, and, you know, we just keep it moving, man. You know, this is just to tell people to stay in the right spirit. It says, my children suffer patiently. Baruch 4 and 25. My children, you know, the seed of Israel, the 12 tribes. It says, my people suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High, for thy enemy have persecuted thee. You know, so we need to be patient, man. The Most High is putting us through this, you know, and these are scourges for amendment. It says, thine enemy have persecuted ye, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction. So the time is at hand where we are going to see the Most Salakia. We are going to see the destruction. Salakia, Israel. Salakia. Bear with me. It says, I'll start it again. It says, my children suffer patiently, you know, be patient, which a lot of our people lack. It says, the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High, for thy enemy has persecuted thee. But shortly thou shalt see the destruction, and shall tread upon his neck. You know, so we're going to be not the tail anymore. We're going to be the head, you know, and they're going to be beneath us. They're going to be back to the ground, you know, back as that base man, as a serpent, you know, scurries across the ground, you know, in the dirt. You know, we're going to be that base. Salakia, they going to be back at that base, and we going to be the head again. It says, thou shalt shortly see their destruction, and shall tread upon his neck. It says, my delicate ones, you know, we're meant to be tender and delicate unto the Most High, you know, moving in righteousness, you know, being prosperous in the law, statutes, and commandments that were given unto us. It says, my delicate ones have gone rough ways, and the rough ways is serving all these other idols, doing what you want, just dwelling in wickedness. It says, and we're taken as a flock caught of the enemies, you know. Enemies took us away because we didn't want to hearken, man, and it was... you know, Yahweh Shem Shai gave the go-ahead, man. He put the spirit in them for them to do that to us. You know, and we always blaming these other nations, you know, even though they wicked as hell. Esau being the top, you know, there's Edomites being the top devils, Amalek, whatnot. But you need to realize that you need to check yourself first, man. Look in the mirror first. It says, taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. It says, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. There we go. I didn't even know I was going to say that. All praises to Yahweh Shem Shai, man. It's him that brought these things upon us, man. Okay? And he will not forsake us, man, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, now we have this truth. And this is why I say time is at hand, you know, that we need to push hard and, you know, let our people have the warning, you know, and so we can get the blood off our hands, you know. It says, so being returned, seeking 10 times more, man. Just, you know, don't give up, man. Keep pushing. It says, for he that brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy and salvation. The same one that brought us down is going to be the same one that brings us back up, man, which is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all praises. It says, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that have thee, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that have thee, that name will comfort thee. The name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will comfort us, okay? This is where we're going to get comfort from, these scriptures, man. This is 2 Ezra. I think this might be the last one. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish. And this is what our people go through all the time, all around the world. And it's only going to get worse, according to Jeremiah 30 and 6 or 7, where it talks about Jacob's trouble, you know, where there's going to be famine and plagues. And we see this becoming more and more in these days. It says, behold, famine, plagues, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. these tribulations that we're going through are scourges for amendment. And when you look at the word scourge, it means to punish severely. It means to whip, something to cause misery. It says a whip used for inflicting pain or punishment, because why? The Most High uses punishment as a method for us to get right, man. Just like your earthly father. Don't tell you to do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Okay, I've told you 3 times now, I'm going to whip your ass, man. And this is what the Most High is doing. He's whipping our asses, man, because we want to be disobedient, okay? So, yeah, seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai where he may be found. Call upon him while he is near, man, because this is the only way we're going to get saved is through the will, strength, power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the ultimate power, man. Do not forsake Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The top strength, the top power. So, yeah, that's all I want to get. I give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Show more brotherly love and just be strong, man, and keep pushing through, man, because we almost at the, we already know we're at the latter end, and we almost out of here, man. So on that note, I'm going to say shalom.